Greetings to all. Welcome to AWS Solution Architect training sessions. Srinivas here. Before starting the session, just an introduction about this course. Once again, yesterday we already discussed about course, what is a course and all about. Just for new joiners, I'm going to explain once again what is this course for general information. Once again, welcome you all to AWS Solution Architect. Thanks for joining the session. This batch is designed for only weekend batch. That is every Saturday and Sunday, the batch is going to conduct. The training sessions will be conducted. And the time is 6 p.m. IST to 8 p.m. IST daily on weekend, Saturday and Sunday. Every session 2 hours. Okay. So it is started on 20th April, that is yesterday, and you already joined first session yesterday. This is the second free session to attend to this particular session. So as I stated, this course is designed for weekend batch. That means only Saturday and Sunday. And the duration of this course is 5 weeks. It is not hard and fast rule that I need to complete this training within 5 weeks. Based on the understanding, based on the course going through, it may extend 1 more week or 2 more weeks. So there is no restriction to complete the course within 5 weeks. It may complete within 5 weeks or it may extend based on your understanding. Okay. So this is a general information to proceed further. If we have any queries related to this batch or any technical information or any other course, Logic Labs support team is available on the mail communication. That is, you can send a mail communication to support@logiclabstech.com, or you can reach on mobile numbers. These two mobile numbers are available on WhatsApp. So outside India, they can send a message on WhatsApp and they can try to reach on WhatsApp over the call. They are happy to assist for any kind of queries. As yesterday, I've already completed first session. Today's is the second session. So this is the last session to attend free without completion of the payment. This is the second demo session. So these first 2 sessions will be free to attend. So next session will be on there next Saturday. So for that next session, a separate Zoom link will be shared for registered participant. Who is going to be registered participant? The registered participants are nothing but whoever going to complete the payment. Where to complete the payment? As soon as you log into the Logic Labs Technologies, I'm going to open new window so that you are going to get www.logic. You are going to get this initial website, that is logiclabstech.com, wherein you can log in with your Google email ID or any email ID to get log into this particular website. Once you log in, please click on upcoming batches. You can find upcoming batches in this particular. Yes, I'm going to allow to unmute everyone just 5 minutes. No need to raise the hands. I'm going to unmute everyone. Just give me 5 minutes of time. Okay. Let me complete this introduction and then I'm going to start today's agenda, today's discussion, everything we are going to start. So once you click on upcoming batches, you will find batch number 298, that is weekend batch AWS Solution Architect, wherein you can find WhatsApp community. This is very much important. If you are not part of, you might be part of other batch WhatsApp community. It is very much necessity to be part of this specific batch WhatsApp community to get a regular updates. if any session is going to cancel, or any update from the faculty, or any update related to videos or anything. So everything will be updated through this WhatsApp community for this specific group. What is the specific WhatsApp community? You can click on WhatsApp. As soon as you click on WhatsApp, you are going to get a link. I'm going to paste this link on the chat window. You can send message. You can click on this WhatsApp community link and then be part of this specific WhatsApp community so that to get a regular updates. And once you are happy, this is a final session. So registered participants, who is going to be registered participants? Once you are happy, you would like to continue this course, please click on buy now. As soon as you click on buy now, you can see that batch information and you can see that faculty and what is the start date, and then click on buy course. Once you complete buy the course, there is no option to batch shifting. So please be cautious while going to complete the payment for batch number 298. Yeah. So please part of WhatsApp community. The WhatsApp community link already shared on the chat window. You can easily find from the logiclabstech.com, wherein you can click on just WhatsApp community link. That's it. As soon as you click on upcoming batches, you will find WhatsApp community link. You can get it from here as well. So let's move on. And every session, whatever the session we are discussing here, every session is a live session will be recorded. Currently, this session also recording is going on. Once the session is completed, the recorded video will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. So already you might have received a link for day one, that is through YouTube. That is only available for day one. From the day one to all live sessions until completion of this training module, all sessions will be uploaded. Recorded sessions will be uploaded to LMS Graphy portal. This is the portal access will be granted to registered participants who are going to complete the payment. They are in a position to play the video from any device, any place, anywhere. It is a lifelong. There is no restriction to number of times accessibility, number of times viewing, no restrictions. Once you complete the payment for respective batch, whatever the recorded sessions will be uploaded, those can be accessible for lifetime and number of times. Okay. For support team is going to be available Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. So you can expect a call back, or you can your call will be answered if you try to reach on Monday to Saturday between 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. IST. This is all about general information, and please be part of social media along with WhatsApp community. We are available on Telegram. We are available on Facebook. Please be part of on this social media. So I'm providing this information on the chat window. So you can find this and be follow this social media. And you are going to get some discount if you follow and register. Special discounts will be there, certain courses. So try to access the social media platforms and try to find out any discounts are available. Yeah. This is all about general information. So next session onwards, it is not a free. So whoever going to complete the payment, they are in a position to get a new separate Zoom link to join these live sessions. And not only live sessions, they are in a position to access recorded sessions as well. So please be part of this particular training session. I'm going to allow each and everyone to unmute yourself, and whenever there is a requirement, you can unmute and you can speak up. I'm going to ask you if any questions during that time, you can unmute, or if you have any questions, you can unmute and speak up. So only raise the hand if I'm not in a position to cover your question or not able to answer your question, then only raise the hand. Yeah, hope it is clear to each and everyone. So I'm allowing to everyone to allow to speak up. Yes. Just a moment. We are ready to start today's session. Before starting, I'm going to discuss few more topics. Then you can start asking questions. Yeah.
Okay,
So,
it's Kelly.
hi Kelly. Good morning.
Good morning. I think yesterday I tried to make payment, but it wouldn't allow me to do that. I don't know why, for what reason. I'm from the US.
What I did not allow you, please.
I tried to make payments yesterday, but it did not go through. I don't know why. It says, I think what he says, let me see what he says. I tried to do it yesterday.
No problem, Kelly. Whatever the error you are going to get,
It
take it.
says, we are unable to authenticate your payment method. Please choose a different payment method and try again. So I tried like a couple of times.
Okay, okay. That
And
means,
also, I send you a message, try to join the WhatsApp group. It's still pending. You did not accept the invitation yet.
okay. You are not part of batch number 298 WhatsApp
I,
community?
I'm not part yet, but I sent a request to you. It's still pending.
Okay. I'll coordinate with the support team. Okay. What you can do is, please drop a mail to this support at logiclabstech.com. Whatever the payment error you are going to get. So please send a mail communication with the screen capture. They are in a position to contact you on whatever the number you are going to provide on WhatsApp. So they can contact and they can guide you to complete the payment. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Thank you.
right.
Okay. Any other questions before starting for today's?
Hi Srini, this side Anil.
Hi, Anil. Good evening.
Good evening. I had an account existing, but when I tried to log in yesterday, it is asking me for MFA code. I'm
MFA.
yes.
You might enable MFA that we are going to discuss about what is MFA. I'm insisting everyone not to enable MFA, multi-factor authentication, whenever you are going to create an account, the pre-tier account.
Yeah.
Don't enable MFA. It is for
Okay.
everyone. Okay. So if you forget MFA, if you already created, when did you create the account?
It was last year when I'm
Okay.
going through the trainings from my
Don't use
office.
a 1 year's account because you
Oh,
are not going to get a free tier. So
okay.
what you can use create a different email ID for your personal. Okay.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
try to register. You can use the same card for payment for authentication of 2 rupees or $1.
Okay.
So only thing is that required a new email ID. Don't use existing account which was created 6 months ago or 1 year ago, because you are not going to get a free tier limitations. Okay, everyone, please use new email ID to
Sure,
start
sir.
as a fresh. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Shrikant. This is Basuraj.
Hi, Basra. Good evening.
Good evening. So yesterday I couldn't join the call, this demo class. So today I'm only joining. My question is like, what is the prerequisite to learn this course?
What about your experience, please?
I'm working in IT company. I'm having 6-7 years experience in Linux administrator. So I know, my day-to-day activities, I'm working on this AWS like none. When
Yeah.
not AWS, Azure, I'll work on most of the times. When most of support only from Azure only. So just creating the snapshot, some kind of administrator work, like what do you say, that go to serial console, redeploy and redeploy. So that's those kind of activity which I'm doing in Azure portal,
Okay.
and very
What is
rarely
the
using. Sorry.
what is the expectation to join AWS or to learn AWS? What is the
No, Agnes, my project actually there is a requirement to learn AWS. I mean, new clients are coming to this thing in our project. So we just wanted to learn this AWS one. So that's
okay?
why I
Very good.
joined this class.
Very good, Basuraj. As you already experienced, that is well fine. Only the requirement for cloud to learn whatever the AWS solution architect we are going to conduct training. There is no pre-requirements. The pre-requirements is even fresh graduate also can learn a cloud with a easy, very easy. There is no background, technical background is required. There is no pre-request. Anyhow, you have a experience on Linux administration and you already working on cloud. So you are going to understand very easily. So for you, there is no pre-requirements. Even a fresher, a just completed graduate also can go through this training module. So no pre-requirements. Yeah.
Actually, my managers told me to take the course of this one, SysOp administrator. I mean, SysOp administrator is a little bit advanced than this course, right? Architect associate.
The specialization only infrastructure related.
Okay.
Solution architect is all about complete infrastructure, complete solution design, and everything you are going to touch. Whereas in SysOp administrator only specialization related to IT infrastructure only. Yeah.
Okay.
So this course, once you learn about this course, you are in a position to understand even SysOp also. The only that different services you are going to choose while working on the environment. We are going to touch different services. You are in a position to understand different components, what we have to select for to fulfill user requirements or customer requirements. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Basuras. Anything questions? Intel, any questions? You are in unmute session. I'm going to mute you.
Hi.
Hi, Nagendra.
Yeah, hi. I have around 15 years of experience in Java. Like I'm planning for doing a course in AWS. I'm familiar with some services. I want to do a course and do the certification. Is this course will be suitable for my goal? Can you please tell me in that way?
Yes, Nagendra, you are already working on Java as a developer. So you need to understand it is AWS DevOps is suitable for you to understand lifecycle management of. Okay. For that AWS DevOps, the solution architect associate is the basic requirement to understand and what are the services are available and how to select the different services to achieve whatever the roles you are going to play in day-to-day operation. Yeah. So to complete the certification, you can go for directly AWS DevOps. There is no dependency to complete cloud practitioner or solution architect associate. There is no pre-requirements to complete certifications to go for DevOps. But thing is that to understand the life cycle and the DevOps tools, you need to understand what are the services are available, how to choose a service, and how to manage some key services to utilize AWS advanced feature, DevOps advanced features. Yeah. So this is a requirement is there. So whoever going to work on DevOps or software or infrastructure guy or whoever it may be, the cloud basic administration. This is a everything, everyone. It doesn't matter who is going to work as a Intel administrator, Linux administrator, or software engineer. For everyone, this is a course is a mandatory requirement to understand the concepts of cloud and AWS services. Yeah. Hope it is clear for your question.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. What is the next for certification? What do you have any courses related to that certification?
Yes, you are. We have been providing technical trainings on emerging technologies. Like if you log into this AWS logiclabstech.com, and you can find all upcoming batch details. You can find here. Currently, we are teaching about solution architect associate. Similar way, you can find the DevOps. See here, Sunil Kopavarpu is the founder of this Logic Labs. He is a
Okay.
senior. Okay, you can join this session. See, it is going to start from 30th April. Okay, for
Yeah,
this
for
DevOps course. Yes,
Yeah,
please.
so that looks like a specific to DevOps. Do you have any course specific to programmers, like developers who can will be working on using the all the services?
Yes, you can learn AWS DevOps. For this, DevOps is only designed for software programmers, testing, or whatever the services you are going to use day-to-day operations. How to adapt the cloud platform for your day-to-day operations, your
Okay,
program skills. Okay. To
okay,
understand this DevOps, you need to understand some basic administration, basic cloud knowledge that is going to cover under solution architect also.
okay. Yeah, no, thank you.
Yeah. So let's move on. I'm going to talk about today. These are the topics. Whenever we are going to start a session, every session, okay, the introduction not going to be available as it is a demo session. I just started with the welcome and inform the general information. This is not going to be continue for the next session onwards. Okay. For every session, how the training procedure, recap, what are the things we discussed in previous session? Just asking the questions, how the practice went there, what are the under topics we are going to understand, how the practice and everything we are going to understand, just 5 to 10 minutes, just a recap. Yesterday session, we talked about introduction and course overview, and we created a free tier account registration. That is what we discussed yesterday. Today's agenda, if you have any doubts on previous topic, that is how to create an account registration, whatever the challenges you are going to face while creating a PTAR account, you can ask at any point of time during this course, during this schedule. And today's agenda, we are going to talk about as soon as PTAR account is created, we are going to start with login to management console and explore what are the free tier details and what is the AWS global infrastructure. And to understand the EC2 services, we are going to understand some basic theory, how the traditional environment is going to work. And then I'll move to cloud, just starting with EC2. Then what are the service, wherever it is going to come into picture. At the time, I'm going to do practical and going to teach about some basic theory to correlate that particular service and understanding what component we are going to learn. So most of the sessions, some portion, maybe 20 to 30% maybe theory, explaining the concepts, and 70 to 80% will be a kind of live practical sessions. Okay, where to click, why we are going to click, how to deploy, how to configure, everything we are going to see in live session. It is my kind request, don't do a parallel actions. Listen carefully because this is a cloud portal. The services, whatever services we are going to use, okay, it is going to be pay as you go model. If you are going to select a wrong selection, it is going to cause you a huge bill. It is just like a cloud environment, is just like a credit card. If you use the credit card in a right manner, no penalties. If you are not going to use credit card in a right manner, you end up paying penalties. Cloud portal also similar to that. So we are not going to pay not even 1 rupee. with the help of retire. Okay. So let's go and understand starting with these components. Until today, we are going to cover up all these topics. Okay. Let's log in. If you have any doubts, if you are not able to unmute yourself, you can raise hand. No need to wait for my approval to allow you to speak. At any point of time, you have happy to interrupt me. No issues. Just unmute yourself, ask the question. Okay. So let's move on. So first one, log into management console. What is the management console? We are going to log in. So AWS Management Console. As soon as you are going to log in AWS Management Console, this is the first page you are going to get. Sign into the console or log back in, whatever the option you are going to choose. This is a login screen you are going to get. If you don't have login credentials, yesterday we completed. I hope everyone completed this create a new AWS account. Once it is created, we are going to use whatever the email ID we completed the registration process. That email ID is nothing but act as a root user. So just mention that email enter in this box and proceed to login. I am going to enter my email ID and then I'm going to click on next, and whatever the password you set during the registration, you just need to enter the password. That's it. Okay. Once you are entered the password, you are going to log into that AWS management interface. This is a console. This is a console home. Whenever you are logging to this console home, you are going to see that recently visited. It might be blank for most of the users. It might be blank because you are going to log in first time. That's the reason it is going to showcase as a blank. So I have been using this kind of services. So it is going to prompt me what is the recently visited. Okay. So don't use recently, or there is an option in this particular portal. There is a search box. You don't know where to go to get a desired service. I can log in. I can search EC2. I'm going to get. This is not the way to enter into that self the respective service. It is always, I recommended always to go to click on services. You have a tab called right left corner. You have a services window. Here you are going to have a services. You need to click on services every time. Every single time, whatever the service you are going to look at, go to services and choose desired function to get a desired services selection. Why? Because it is a practice you are going to get a understand like navigation. If you are using the search option, you are not in a position to understand like where this particular service and which category. Whatever, as soon as you click on services, there are categories will be there. Analytics, application integration, blockchain, like that different categories will be there. Today we are going to talk about compute EC2. EC2 service we are going to learn Elastic Compute Cloud. It is a service we are going to learn, but it is a part of one category. What is that category? Compute. We as soon as you select compute, under compute you will find EC2. We need to understand what category and what service, in addition to that particular category, what all other services are available. It is very much important to do navigation. It is just moving the mouse, selecting the different functionalities. Maybe first time you may get a difficulty to find the service, but second and third time directly your mouse clicks on the respective category and choose respective service. You no need to search where is EC2. If you don't know about what category, you have to click on each and everything. You need to see where EC2 is available. I don't want this kind of such functionality. Okay, so you need to do practice. So we are going to do day to day every session. I am going to click on service and then go to the category. Under category, I am going to select desired function. This is the way I am going to do. Before starting of EC2, what is EC2? We are going to talk about. Okay, before starting EC2, first we are going to understand what is our free tier details. What is our free tier? As soon as you log in, you have for every time, whenever you are going to log into the management console, important section is cost, billing. It is very, very important. For every time, whatever the time you are going to do practice, before starting of the activity, we need to check few things. As it is a fresh, you started just creation of account, there won't be any services utilization. But as soon as you are going to start, that services are going to consumption. There are going to be some kind of utilization will be there. So how to verify what is my free tier limitations? How much utilization is done? You are in a position to get that functionality done every time. As soon as you log into this portal, the first thing is that checking the billing. You have that option, services. There is a category called cloud financial management. There is a category called cloud financial management. Click on that and billing and cost management. This is a function. Every day we are going to see that. This is an important function. This is an important service. It is not mentioned in the course content. It is a vital requirement for every organization how to optimize the cost. What is the cost price? It is going to impact the customer. It is not like just like traditional environment, left and right using the resources. In cloud, whatever the service you are going to select, for everything there is a charge. Yes, we are learning and we are utilizing free tier limitations. We need to cross each and every day, every practice session. Okay, click on billing and cost management. Under billing and cost management, you will find there is an option free tier. As my utilization, if you see my utilization, currently I have been using this account since many months. Every month the billing is going to start from first of the month until end of the month. That is month to date cost. Till starting of the month, first to till date, what is the cost? That is, I spent nearly $1.18. Okay. What is the forecast for current month? Forecast for current month means from 1 to until end of this month. The billing cycle is going to generate for monthly basis. So this is a forecast. Now this is a billing. What is my free tier utilization limitation? I can click on free tier limitation and billing and cost management section. You will find free tier. You have an option free tier. Click on that free tier. You will get your free tier utilization. See here. Amazon Elastic Compute Cloud, that is EC2, that is a service. What is free tier limitation? Currently, if you are going to click on this particular free tier, this is going to be a blank for you. This is going to be a blank for you. Okay, nothing will be there. Okay, because you just started. Okay, where can I get what is a free tier limitation? Just go to search engine, AWS free tier limitation. Just search free tier AWS free tier limitation. That's you are going to get a free tier limitations link. See here, free cloud computing services AWS free tier. This is a link you can click on and get AWS free tier. You are going to get all these details. What is the details? Compute 750 hours. The same information you are in a position to see those details. What is the percent of utilization? Out of 750 hours of EC2, still now I utilized only 86 hours only. Out of 750, utilization is my utilization. I am using day-to-day operations. I'm explaining the content to different training sessions. Even though my utilization is 860 hours, 86 only. Still, my utilization is only just 11%, not even 100, not even 50%. Okay, so you can practice n number of times. We are going to see that how to deploy and all those things. So this free tier account, every time we have to check billing section, what is my bills and free tier utilization. For whoever created account just today, this section will be blank. The same free tier limitation you are going to get, the same billing and cost management portal you are going to get from other direction as well. Where to get? You have an option. See, as soon as you log in with your account, Srinivas AWS, there is a small arrow is there. There is a small arrow on the top right corner. There is a small arrow. You can click on that small arrow, wherein also you are going to get an option. Click on see. I'm going to click on that arrow. Click on account. Whatever the page currently you are able to see, the same page information you are going to get from here as well. I'm going to click on account. See here the billing and cost management. So to get that billing and cost management, two ways. One is from this account information, or else from services, go to cloud financial management, billing and cost management. Forever, whenever you are going to start a session, whenever you are going to start a practice, you have to check. Okay. Next one. I'm going to start as soon as you are going to log in. As soon as you are going to log in the home, I'm going to click on home tab. This is a home tab. As soon as home tab, you need to understand what are the informations are available in this particular home tab. You are going to get a different options here. What is the cost? It says this is a dashboard, home screen. What are the information? Everything you are going to get on this dashboard first screen. At the same time, you need to notice one thing, that is what is here it is showing a North Virginia. What is this? As soon as you log into the cloud management console, AWS management console, it is going to connect one reason. What is the reason? Reason is nothing but you are going to understand AWS global infrastructure. AWS global infrastructure. You can see that AWS global infrastructure map. See here, this is the first link. I'm going to click on this link. I'm going to share this link on the chart window. Now we need to understand what is, see here, what is the reasons. There are 33 reasons worldwide. See here, whatever the green dots you are able to see, whatever the green dots you are able to see, those are reasons. Whatever the red dots you are able to see, those are upcoming reasons. What is a reason? A reason is nothing but availability zone. Two or more availability zone. A reason is nothing but it is a working location for AWS infrastructure. AWS infrastructure is nothing but it is going to have a data center. What is a data center? Here the data center is nothing but they are going to call it as a availability zone. You can click on any green dot or red dot. Red dot is, you are going to see that as soon as you select red dot, coming soon, you are going to say that Thailand, it is coming soon. As soon as you move the mouse to the green dot, I am there, I am moving the mouse to green dot, Hyderabad. It is, when did it is launched? It is 2022. What is availability zones? Reasons is nothing but a geographical location wherein they are going to have a data center. Each data center, they are going to call it a full-fledged data center. The data center is nothing but just a building having a IT infrastructure, servers, networks, and everything. So here in AWS, that same data center, here they are going to call it as a availability zone, AZ. AZ is nothing but a data center within a geographical location. That geographical location is nothing but a region. Okay, so AWS Global Infrastructure has a 33 regions currently. Each region may have availability zones. What is availability zone? It is nothing but a building, a full-fledged infrastructure data center. Okay, they are going to call the data center as a availability zone. Any doubts on reasons and availability zone? Okay, you can find as soon as you move the mouse to some of the green dots, you can see that availability zones, local zones, and some of the data center, you can find different concepts also. Let me show face. Edge locations. See here, this is a London, wherein you can find London is a region. Under region, there are availability zones. How many availability zones? There are 3. In the London, there are data centers. It is not, the data center is not going to be installed on one location in the London. Maybe different corners of around the London, there are 3 availability zones are there. So they are going to act as a availability. What is availability? To make sure to provide that service without any interruption, they are going to place different data centers. So even one portion of the London, because of cyclone, because of flood, whatever it may be, impact, if it is impacted, that other availability zone, other data center will be available to provide the services from the respective availability zone. Here, you need to understand, go through that documentation. What is wavelength? What is the local zone? Okay. Here, what we need to take away is, first of all, what is the reason? As soon as you are connected to the login to that AWS management console, each one of you connected to one particular region. If you drop down here, you are going to get different regions: Mumbai, Hyderabad, Singapore, Sydney, Tokyo. Why it is connected? I am currently connecting from my home, that is sitting at Bangalore, and trying to access AWS management console. Instead of it connecting to India, which is nearby, that is either it should connect to either Hyderabad or Mumbai. Without connecting Mumbai and Hyderabad, it is directly connected to North Virginia. Why it is? It is because it is intelligent enough. Whenever you are going to log into the portal, it is going to ready to serve your requirement. So it is going to search out of all availability, all reasons, which reason is having a free resources, free time, free capacity to serve that respective customer who are going to log into the portal. They are going to log into the portal to do some activity. So it is going to check across the world whatever the reason it is going to be available for free resources ready to serve you, that reason will be connected. Okay, so if you want to change, you can change. For example, it is connected North Virginia. Now we need to understand what is this North Virginia. North Virginia is nothing but a region. Within the region, there are couple of availability zones. What is availability zone? It is a data center. Out of US North, East North Virginia, there is a US East 1, US East 2, US East 3, like that availability zones are there. Out of availability zone, it is connected to one availability zone. If you want to different, you can select, for example, I would like to connect Mumbai. I can simply change my region. Within the region, it is going to connect to that region. Under the region, which availability zone I am there, an availability data center that is the free available, currently ready to serve my request. Okay, so what is this? It is the AWS global infrastructure. In AWS global infrastructure, you need to understand what is the reason. There is a question on the chart window. When you have a VPN installed, how would this work? Are you in a position to speak up? Please unmute yourself. I'm going to allow to speak.
Yes, I am. Good.
Yeah.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Yes, please.
Yes. So in regards to the zones, is actually, or should I say, is actually acting like a VPN. I'm just trying to see if is it acting as a VPN, or if you're connected to a VPN, does it act differently? I don't know if I'm asking the question right.
No. It is the right question. Thanks for asking the question. VPN, when you are going to use VPN, virtual private network. VPN is nothing but virtual private network. Generally, everyone comes along with VPN whenever they are going to connect office network from the home, from outside of the office. Why they are going to use VPN? They are going to use internet as a media to access the office network. Office network is a private zone. So they need to authenticate to access that company resources, organization resources. So who is going to provide access? That service, VPN. VPN, it is going to be a secure tunnel from over the internet. It is going to access your office network. That VPN will be configured and secure managed by network administrator. Now coming to this particular cloud, VPN is not going to come into picture. As soon as cloud, just what I am going to look here, I'm accessing, I have an internet access. I'm using my laptop and opening a browser just like Gmail. However, I'm opening the same way, I'm opening AWS management console. That AWS management console, as soon as I log in, provider root user credentials, my free tier account, automatically it is going to choose over the internet which resource, which region is nearby, which is having enough resources to serve me. That will be connected automatically. There won't be any VPN tunnel because it is open to public. A cloud is nothing but open to public. Okay. So VPN concept is not going to come into picture to connect any specific region. Hope it is clear.
Yes,
Okay.
thank you.
Okay, let's move on. So we understood as soon as we connect to the portal, before starting off EC2, today's agenda is EC2. But we need to understand some basic understanding about what is my retier account, where I'm connecting, why it is connecting to that respective place, what is the reason, what is a global infrastructure. AWS is going to be available worldwide and serving from 33 regions currently. There are that it is keep on modify that numbers. Okay, so the same information it is going to be available. The free tier details link is available. What is a global infrastructure? Currently there are 33 regions. Just I mentioned what is the availability zone. So simply I moved initially I connected to North Virginia and moved to Mumbai. I can simply change that my region from North Virginia to from US to India. I can simply change. What is this change? Why I need to change this? Whatever the service currently I'm going to learn about EC2, Elastic Compute Cloud. What is EC2? I'm going to teach about. No need to worry. I'm going to use one particular service. The cloud portal, it is by default redirecting to wherever it is available, wherever it is free resources are available. I don't want that. I'm sitting in India. It is directing to US. I don't want to place my resource in US. Yes, you can change the region by selecting available regions. There are some regions are available which are grayed out. For these grayed out regions, we cannot select. Why? We are using a free tier account. Okay, this is a region selection. There is one more question. No, okay, no question on the chart window. Okay. Shall I move on? Any doubts on global infrastructure? What is the reason? What is the availability zone? And how to check free tier? Any doubts on these four concepts? If no question,
Hello?
yes, please.
Yeah, hello. I don't know whether it's morning there. Good afternoon.
Yeah,
My name is Matthew. I'm calling from Canada.
yeah, can imagine.
Now,
Yeah,
yeah, from your account, when you open the region for Canada, I go see Canada Central. Now, to use this or to provision this resource, mean the EC2, can I connect to US E1, East 1, East 2, why I'm in Canada? Does it going to affect my payment or does it going to affect the cost management? Or what is the implication of moving from my Canada's region onto US region?
okay. As I said, see here, I'm connecting this portal. I'm opening this console portal, opening from India. That is, I'm using Bangalore internet. But as soon as I log in, it is connected to US. Okay. Why it is connected to US region? It is because this AWS portal is intelligent enough. It is going to monitor the resources availability across all 33 regions, across all availability zones. So it is intelligent enough. It is going to try better service to you by connecting to easiest wherever free resources are more available. Automatically your request landed to respect to reason. That's it. There is no hard and fast rule that I need to connect. I'm connecting from India. I have to connect only India. No, it is intelligent enough. It is that function of this cloud portal is to serve you better. How can it is going to serve you better? If it is a busy location, if it is connected, your services will be delayed. Your action will be delayed. So it is going to intelligent enough wherever free resources are available, ready to help you, ready to serve you. Automatically, the request goes to that region. That global infrastructure is going to connect in such a way that with a high speed internet, so you are not going to find where my service is. The seamless access, whatever the services you are going to deploy. Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, Matthew.
But what I was trying to find out is that if I stay in Canada and I'm trying to connect to US region, my understanding is that does it going to affect my CDN, that's cloud delivery network, for be able to be able to reach the closer CDN, does it going to affect it if I'm Canada and I'm connecting to another faraway region? That's going to affect my delivery.
No, it is
Okay.
not at all going to impact your anything because that's what I'm telling. This portal they are providing a free tier. They are going to make sure to provide a better service. If you are not getting, for example, you are sitting in Canada and going to some other place, if there is a delay, you are not happy with that service, right? You are not happy with that service, right? So that's the reason it is going to choose a better service to serve you better. So it is going to make sure that AWS console is going to make sure there is no impact to end user. Who is going to be end user? I am the end user. You are the end user. You are sitting in Canada, but you are accessing US. Why it is providing US? At that time, from your internet provider, it is accessing very easily with low latency. And whatever the service you are going to deploy, there is no issue, there is no performance. If any performance is there, the cloud portal itself, it is going to choose a better location, better region. It is not going to impact any price. It is not going to impact any performance related issues to connect a different. Now it is connected, initially it is connected to North Virginia. That I am going to get a perfect way of performance for whatever the service I am going to choose. Now what I did, I changed to Mumbai. Now I don't know. This portal is intelligent enough, this CDN is intelligent enough to understand where the free resource with a low latency and high performance service to offer you. If I change to Mumbai, I'm not sure what is the Mumbai resource utilization. I may get a less layer, high latency, or maybe performance issues, maybe some services can't deploy because it is a manual selection. I would like to deploy here. I don't know what is the availability situation. Okay, it is going to impact at the manual selection. If you do any manual selection, then there will be an impact on respect to service. Slight impact will be there. Hope it is clear. Matthew?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Okay, let's move on. So now we are before going for EC2 deployment. What is EC2? EC2 is a elastic cloud computing. Okay, elastic cloud computing. Okay, first of all, let's keep it aside. What is EC2? For example, whenever you are going to looking for a system, for example, you are planning to get a Microsoft Office Word to work. You have a laptop device, you have a laptop or a system, but your requirement is to create a document in Microsoft. What are the things are required? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me what is required to get a Microsoft Office Word? I need to prepare a document on my laptop. That laptop is a brand new, nothing is there, but you would like to use Microsoft Word to prepare a document. What are the things in a traditional way you are going to do that?
First we required the subscription of Outlook. If we are not having the subscriptions, then we are unable to use the Word document.
Okay. What else?
We need the
We need the license.
License, very good. License, very good. What else?
We need the OS, the
OS,
ROM.
Okay, what else?
The
Internet?
hard drive.
Sorry?
Hard drive.
Hard drive. System. I can say that system. System is going to have
CPU,
CPU, memory, storage, network. Yeah, this is a system. Okay. System is there. Without system, I cannot install operating system. Without installing operating system, I cannot use Microsoft application installation to use a Microsoft Word application, right? To do this, what is the requirement? User requirement. Who is going to be user? One user. One user would like to prepare a document. To prepare a document on the system, first of all, what he needs to have, a system should be there. What is the configuration? According to requirement of application, the configuration is going to come. How much CPU capacity, how much memory capacity, what is the storage disk capacity is required. Without network, I cannot connect internet. This is a basic at home. Without system, how much you are going to spend for to get a system? How much you are going to spend? What is the cost you are going to get for a system to get?
For laptop around 50 to 60, for a system around 25 to 30.
Okay, let me see that 25,000 INR. If it is US, maybe $200, $300. Now system is there. Okay, I already spent 25K or $300 to get the system. How about OS? I need to get a license, right? I need to download the OS image. What is OS image? To work on Microsoft Word, I need to have a Microsoft Windows 10 or Windows 11. I need to purchase Windows 10 or 11, right? What is the license cost? I need to download. I need to spend again maybe 5,000 rupees. Then is it enough? I need to have a details, have a expertise to install this operating system on this particular laptop or system. Without expertise on this Windows 11, how do we configure, how to load OS? That is secondary part. First of all, I'm spending amount 5,000 and I'm going to purchase a system. These two things are done. That means total nearly 30,000 already gone. Then what is the word? To achieve the word, I need to purchase additional subscription, that is Microsoft Office. Again, for this, I need to pay again maybe 5K, 5,000. And again, to install, I need to have some expertise how to install and all those things. So for a simple word utilization, word application, I need to have these many things. How much amount I am spending, how much time I am spending, how much expertise I required. This is to just create a Word document. That is a requirement. Like that, every user, it is going to be depend upon any infrastructure, any application. For example, on your mobile device, you are planning to utilize a browser or you are planning to utilize a payment application. Is the payment application is going to work without a mobile, without a Android OS, or without respect to application installation? No, it's not possible. So every requirement is going to start from user. Is it a single user or multiple user? Okay. Now my next question is, what is the difference between server and desktop? What is the difference between server and desktop?
Server is like it is installed on the so server is like we can access n number of user, and the laptop or a desktop means we can use only one person at a time. Server we can access n number of person.
Yes. A server is a multi-user interface.
Yes.
Whereas in desktop, I can say that it is a single user interface. That is the server and difference. So according to number of users, if it is a single user, one user, what is the CPU capacity? What is the memory capacity? What is the storage? If it is number of users are going to increase, the CPU utilization, memory configurations are going to change. If it is a configuration is going to change, the cost of the system going to change, right? So without having any amount or without having any knowledge, I can deploy a system in Cloud Portal. Where can we deploy system in Cloud Portal? For example, I would like to use a Chrome browser. I would like to use a network internet. I need to browse some browse site. To browse the site, I need to have a system or mobile. I'm going to log into the portal now. AWS Management Console. In this AWS Management Console, there is a compute section category. Under services, there is a compute category where I'm going to use. Whenever you are going to choose any service, please use the documentation preparation. Whatever the step you are going to do. Every day, whenever you are going to connect Cloud Portal, please go on mute if you are not speaking. Today's date is, what is today's date? Today's date is 21st April. Which region you connected? I connected to North Virginia. And what service I am trying to use? That is EC2. Okay. Let's go where to get EC2. Why I'm choosing EC2? Where EC2 is a service Elastic Compute Cloud. A Elastic Compute Cloud is nothing but whatever the size of the environment, whatever the size of the system you are would like to get it without having any expertization on the system configuration, without expertization of anything, you are in a position to deploy a system and use that system. We are going to deploy that. Where to go to get EC2? EC2 is nothing but it is the service it is going to provide to create a either desktop or a server. I hope you know that what is the difference between desktop and server. If it is a single user requirement, I need to go for desktop. What is a desktop operating systems examples? You have the operating system Microsoft Windows 10, Microsoft Windows 11 in Red Hat. You have a SUSE based everything. Single user interface operating system. Those are called desktops. We can say what is a server operating system? Windows. We can say that 2022, 2019, 2016. In Linux, Red Hat Linux, SUSE Linux, Enterprise Red Hat version, different versions will be there. Okay. So to deploy a system, I need a system to work on some application. Without system, without operating system, I cannot use application. So to get a system with a respect to operating system, where to go? I have to choose EC2 service. Okay, so let's go where it is available EC2. Click on services and click on compute. Under compute, you will find EC2, virtual servers in the cloud. Click on EC2. As soon as you click on EC2, that EC2 dashboard, you are in a position to see that EC2 dashboard. Currently, you can see everything is a zero. Everything is zero. You can see all zeros. All zeros. You can find only one thing is there. That is only one is there. That is a security group. We are going to understand all these concepts in a few minutes. Okay, let's proceed. How easily we can deploy without having any knowledge on the system selection, without having any knowledge on operating system configuration. That's the reason I told you there is no pre-requirements to work on cloud. That too, it is a free. Whatever the action, you no need to look for live environment. This is a live environment. This is a live you can create. Okay, so where to create? As soon as you log into EC2 dashboard, you are going to see everyone is going to get this kind of interface wherein you can find launch instance. Launch instance. See here, this is a orange color highlighted one, launch instance. I'm going to click on that launch instance. The launch instance wizard is appearing. Summary number of instances 1. And what is the name? I would like to create a web server. I would like to create a web server. How many of you aware about Linux administrators in this? How many of you there Windows administrators? Which one you are feeling comfortable? Majority, I'll go. How many?
Linux, I'm comfortable.
Linux is one. Rest all.
Windows.
Windows.
Okay. Majority, I will go. We can
Windows.
deploy. We can deploy anything. I'm going to showcase both. No worries. Today, I'm going to showcase a Windows. And once Windows is done, we are going to see different options between Windows and Linux. So we are going to create both. We need to understand here in this cloud portal, there is no restriction. I am Windows administrator. I only work with Windows. No, you have an opportunity to learn Linux and you are in a position to deploy Linux, different flavors. You can enhance your skills on the different platforms. That is the beauty of this cloud portal. That too free. Okay, let's go ahead and see what is web server I am going to deploy. See, just I provided a name and then you have an options of images. You can select Amazon Linux, Mac OS, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, SUSE. What else? You can have multiple operating systems. So right now I'm going to select what kind of operating system I'm going to get it. Windows I selected. As soon as Windows selected, I'm going to have this version details. Whatever the AMI, I'm going to talk about AMI. What is AMI? We are going to talk about in upcoming sessions. No need to worry. So I'm going to drop down here. There is a small arrow is there. There you can find that. As soon as you click on small arrow, you are in a position to get a different options. Okay. As soon as you click on this small arrow, you are going to get a drop down of different versions. See here, Freeta 2022 core, 2019, 2016, and you can have even versions of desktops also. You can deploy desktops also. As it is a server, you are going to deploy server operating system. Now I'm going to select 2222 base or 2029 base. You can understand what is a core, difference between core and base. Everyone knows that. Which one we need to select? As part of Reader account, we have to make sure whatever the operating system we are going to select, we need to make sure this free tag option is visible here. Make sure whatever the either you are going to select Red Hat, you are going to select Ubuntu, we need to make sure this free tar is available. If the free tar, if you are not selecting, it is going to start building. See here, there is some versions are without free tab. See here, no free tab. If we select and deploy this particular operating system, there some charges will be there. What are the charges? I'm going to showcase. Now it is selected 2022. Let it selected free tab. Now next selection after the OS selection, instance type. Here there is a one more instance type. Here you can see that what is the instance type? Instance type is nothing but where the operating system is going to get installed. The operating system is going to get installed on a system. What system it is? What is the configuration? What is the CPU? What is the memory? What is the storage? You have a different sizes of system models. Lenovo model. If you go to that hardware market, you are going to find Lenovo, Dell, and different categories. What is the categories? Some CPU high-end configuration, some gaming laptops, some performance laptops, all those things. Here, in this instance type, the free tier, what are the configurations are available for a free? Only one version, one type of model it is, that is T2 micro. This T2 micro, T2 nano, you can see T2 small, T2 medium. These all are all models. It is a AWS servers, AWS hardware. In under AWS hardware, it is having a different configuration. Each configuration represents one model name. That model name is nothing but a T2 micro, T3, T2, whatever it may be. Okay. So it is a similar to if you go to the market and choosing a laptop. In the laptop, you find the configuration memory. Some are having 8 GB, some are having 16 GB memory. That's there. If you select 16 GB, the laptop cost is going to increase. If you increase the storage from 256 to 512, it is going to increase furthermore. That is the model differences. Similar way, instant that server system, what is the system it is going to provide? For each system, it is going to have a model. Okay, which one I need to choose? As part of free tier, if I don't want billing, I'm going to choose free tier. Is there any free tier option is available? T2 large. What is T2 large? 2 CPUs, 8 gig memory. 2 CPU, 8 gig memory. And you can see the pricing also here. Whatever the pricing, see here for T2 micro, after free tier, what is the charge per hour base? You can see that the charge is going to showcase. This charge is including that operating system license, and this includes the system configuration. Without installation configuration, everything is going to get per hourly basis. No need to buy a system. You no need to spend 30,000. No need to spend 50,000 altogether to get an operating system. Just paying just $0.0012, not even 2 rupees in India currency. Not even 2 rupees in India currency. I'm going to get a system for 1 hour. That too now it is we are under free tier. That means what is the free tier limitation? 750 hours monthly. Even daily, if you use 24 hours also, one system, if you use 24 hours also, it is not going to cross 750 hours. So without any charge, you are going to get a interface. I'm going to deploy and I'm going to showcase. As I'm explaining, it is going to take time to explain and deploy the system. Otherwise, within 1 minute, I can deploy, I can get a system within 2 minutes. Will I able to get in a traditional environment to get a system? I need to go to purchase a system. I need to install operating system. I need to configure. Then only I can use my system. But whereas in cloud portal, everything in minutes. No need to do anything. Okay, let's see that. Now instance type is selected. Make sure that it is a free tier eligible. Selected free tier eligible is there. Next section is key pair. What is a key pair? Whenever you are deploying operating system, in this scenario, you are deploying operating system, Microsoft Windows 10 or Windows 11 or Linux operating system. What you are going to do? As soon as operating system installation is done, you are going to set a login credentials or not going to set any login credentials. You are going to create a login credentials, right? Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Now, in the cloud portal, that operating system, the cloud portal itself, it is deploying. But how do I get a password? What password is configured in that respective operating system? That password information we are going to get achieved by using the key pair. Whatever the system, it is going to have this image. This is Amazon machine image. It is going to have an operating system pre-configured, already installed, and it is going to set with one key, one login credential mechanism. That mechanism to get the password details to enter into the system, here they are going to use a key pair. What is a key pair? That whatever the system is there on the cloud, that is going to have a public key within the operating system. Whatever key I'm going to create here, I'm going to click a create a key pair. So I'm going to use a mention. I'm going to use Windows key. Whatever the key I'm going to create a key pair with a PEM extension for Windows. For Linux, we are going to use PPK. Today, we are completing Windows. If possible, today itself, I am going to create Linux instance as well. Okay. So I'm going to use PEM extension. See here, for use with OpenSSH, we are going to create what this key pair. Whatever the key is there, that is a public key, will be there on respective image. Whatever the key we are going to create, with this help of private key, we are going to match and then get the password. Everyone cannot get the password. Who is going to get the password? Whenever I'm going to create a key pair, I'm going to match with that whatever the cloud server image having one credential information, that credential information, how to get it. To get that credential information, I'm going to create a key pair. Okay, so I'm going to create a key pair. This is a selection I'm going to use. I'm going to click on create key pair. It is going to save the file in my system. When I'm going to use, I'm going to showcase. The key pair is created. The system, it is going to have a public key. Whatever the key I'm going to create, that is a private key. Once public and private key both matches, then the credential information will be available. This key pair mechanism, it is a simple understanding. Just the system is going to have a lock. The system is going to have a lock. With the help of this create option, I am creating a key to open that lock. Okay, this is a layman understanding what is a key pair. Okay, so I'm not going to touch networking. Networking, leave it as it is. What are the settings I did till now? Just I mentioned the name once, one click. Next one I selected Windows, second click. Next I selected a free tier of 2022 base operating system version. Next I selected instance type. I make sure both operating system and hardware configuration both are free tier eligible. That is done. Then I created a key pair. What is a key pair? Key pair is required to generate to log into that system. How we are going to log into the system? Just I'm going to. What is the storage? I'm going to get a default. I'm going to get a 30 GB by default storage on that respective system configuration. So this is a configuration. Once all these 4 selections only I did here. Only 4 selections. One is the name, next one selected operating system, and then version, and then instant configuration, hardware configuration, and key pair. Only 4 selections. Once these 4 selections are done, I am going to click on launch instance. With this configuration, it is going to deploy a system in my North Virginia. Where I'm deploying the system? I'm deploying the system in the Mumbai region now. I'm deploying the system in Mumbai region. Make sure, note down where you are deploying. Important preparation is preparing the nodes. I told you already, this particular cloud portal utilization just like a credit card. If you don't use properly, you end up with the paying penalties. Please follow instruction cautiously so that you are not in a position to pay not even 1 rupee from your pocket. Without paying 1 rupee, you can practice a lot. You can practice a lot. That's what Amazon is providing. Even Azure also providing some free services. There are different concepts are there. Okay. So come back. So we deployed a system. Let's come back. Successfully initiated a launch of instance. Now you might have get a doubt. I'm keep on calling as a system and as soon as EC2, you can see that name it is represents instances. I should not call it as a virtual server here. The concept, basic concept is a system. What system it is? Is it a physical system? No, it is not a physical system. It is a virtual system. That same virtual system is going to call it as a instances in Amazon AWS. The same system, virtual system, it is going to represent as a technical name in Azure as a virtual system. Here in AWS, it is representing as an instance. In Azure, it is a virtual machine. If you understand the basic concept of what is the system, why it is required, then we are going to use EC2 is the place to deploy a system. If you don't know about what is system, you can't understand what is EC2. Okay, where to go? Why I'm choosing EC2? EC2 is a place to create instances. What is an instance? It is a technical name in AWS. Instance is nothing but a system. Okay, that system is going to have an operating system, pre-configured operating system with a predefined configuration. That is an instance. Now instance is deployed where to get access, how to get access. Just on the dashboard, you just refresh here, you are going to get a details. Previously it is 1, 1, 0, 0, everything is 0, 0. Now you can see that instance running state is showing as a 1. Click on instances and you can see whatever the name you mentioned, for that name you can find that system web server, it is running state, and what is the instant model T2 micro, and status check, it is still initializing. It is yet to deploy. It is yet to deploy. We need to wait until status check is going to showcase as a 2 bar 2 checks first. What is this 2 bar 2 check first? We are going to discuss in upcoming session. Now, how to access this system? The system is deployed. How do we connect? Simple thing is that as soon as you see here, there is no information in the bottom. As soon as I select the checkbox, you are going to get a different details. You are going to have details tab here. Status, alarms, monitoring, security, networking, storage, tax, all those information. No need to worry at this stage. Just you need to concentrate on only public address. Now the question is, what is the difference between public and private address? What is a private? What is a private? Anyone? What is the difference between public and private?
So public IP address is which we need to connect externally, and the private IP address is the for the instance we have the IP address, private IP address, which it will never changes. And if the public IP address, if you shut down the server, public IP address, it will keep on changing.
Like
Okay.
public address is like it is like dynamic IP address, and the private IP address it is like a static IP address.
Now the question is again, what is a static? What is a dynamic?
Static IP address means we are assigning to the only the servers. Dynamic IP address means it will be keep on changing. It's dynamic IP addresses.
Okay. Okay. Anyone else?
Dynamic means it's a gateway. So it is shifting one server to another server. So that's what is keep changing.
Static means assigning IP address manually. And
Yes.
dynamic means it automatically assigned by DSCP server.
Exactly. Static IP is nothing
I think
but
static does not change. Why
manually.
dynamic changes?
Yes, the DHCP server allocates the IP address to this particular. In this particular cloud portal, there is no concept of static IP configuration. We are going to get IP address, either it may be private IP address or public IP address. Both are going to get a dynamic from the DHCP server. Okay, that is the primary understanding of what is a static, what is a dynamic. We are going to get IP address, either it may be public IP or private IP. Both are going to get a dynamically. DHCP server is going to assign. Okay, now what we need to understand, what is the difference between public, what is private?
The difference comes into play when you stop or shut down your system, your web server. For the public, it's going to change when you restart your system at the end of the day. But the private will remain the same. Nothing will change, and that's what really makes the significant difference between them.
As I told you,
Public address means it can be accessed from public.
Public IP
Open to
address
public.
is used to connect or communicate outside the network, and private is within the network or within the infra.
exactly, that is what I'm looking for. Okay, first of all, difference between static and dynamic. Again, I'm going to talk about the static and dynamic and what is IP addressing, what is a change DHCP server. All those concepts we are going to discuss in VPC again. Okay. Now my question is the public versus private. Public means whenever any system, for example, I'm opening google.com. Now you can say that google.com is a private web server, private website, or public website. This google.com, how can you represent? Is it a public website or private website?
It's a public.
Public in the sense, whenever a service means I'm using google.com, a browser service I'm using. That service accessible over the internet. Internet is whatever the service is accessible over the internet, that is called public. Open to all. Whoever having internet access, everyone can connect. What is a private? Private is nothing but respect to organization. There is a limitation. Whoever available within the network, they can only private. If you are sitting at home, you are in a position to connect devices which are available within your home, not from other system. That is the difference between public. A public. Now we deployed a system for every service. Whenever you are going to deploy a cloud service, you can find there are two IPs. Now tell me which IP I need to use to connect this particular Windows system. Do I need to use private
Public.
or public?
Public.
Very good. That's a point here to understand what is public. So I need to catch it. Now I deployed a Windows server. The Windows server, how can I connect? I need to have what are the things I need to have? IP address. Next one, username. Next one, password.
Password.
Now, these all three details are available. What tool I'm going to use to connect?
RDP.
Which tool is required to connect Windows server?
RDP.
RDP or remote desktop client. This remote desktop client is going to be by default in every laptop, in every system. I'm going to click on this particular place. I'm going to type remote desktop. See here, the remote desktop connection, RDP client. I'm going to open. Now I have to mention IP address, which system, where can I get IP details? On from EC2 dashboard, I'm going to click on services, go to compute and click on EC2. Under EC2, there is a instances running. I'm going to click on instances. Am I getting IP details? No. I have to select, click on that. Which IP address do I need to private or public? I need to copy public IP address. Copy this public address. That is the public address information. Either I can use public IP address or I can use public DNS. What is the difference between IP and DNS, please? What is the difference between IP and DNS?
It is fully qualified domain name with user accounts.
Yes, fully qualified domain name system. It is going to resolve the name to IP. Whatever the website you are using, google.com, it is going to convert to IP address with the help of DNS. Without domain name system, without DNS function, there is There is no internet. Please go on mute if you are not speaking. Okay, thank you. So we are going to use public IP or address with a DNS name. Either one we can use. Next one, what is a username? Where can we get username details from this particular instance? Am I getting any place? See here, anything place in user, I have there any details. I'm going to click on status and alarms. I'm going to click on monitoring. I'm going to click on security. Where can I get username? I need to get a password also. Where can I get? So here I am going to get under details. That is one place to get a public IP and public DNS. Now to get a username, I have to click on connect tab. Where is the connect tab? You can see that this is the connect tab. This is the connect tab. Okay. If I am not going to select the checkbox, the connect tab will be grayed out. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I'm going to unselect this. See, the connect tab is grayed out. Okay. So I have to select the checkbox and then click on connect, or else you can click on this instance ID. A separate window is going to come into picture. Complete details, whatever the details I copied now, everything. See here, connect tab is highlighted here. I'm going to click on connect. Under connection tab, I'm there instances, instance ID and connect to instance. You will find the three options: session manager, RDP client, EC2 serial console. These are the three mechanisms to connect to this particular server. Session manager is a inbuilt tool we have to download and use it. And EC2 serial console is a console mechanism to establish what is happening on the console. Now, what is the tool we are using to connect? I'm using RDP client. I have to click on RDP client. Under RDP client, what is a username? You can see, find the username. Whatever the Windows system you are going to deploy, default username is administrator. Default username is administrator. I'm going to copy that. How to get the password? See here, there is an option of get password option. Get password. Whenever to click on get password, whatever the key pair we downloaded, that key pair, it should be matched with whatever the key. During the deployment phase, whatever the key pair we are matching with the public key. While deploying, we are giving an instruction to that system deployment process. This is my private key. I am going to use this private key to access this particular system. So I am going to upload where it is available. It is there on my download folder. So it is very much important. Whatever the key pair we are going to download, you have to keep in a separate location. Okay, initial connection it is required. After once initial connection is there, we are going to get a password. So with that password, we are able to. Once it is there, PEM file, whatever the file we created during the deployment phase, I am going to attach that public private key and then decrypt password. I'm going to click on decrypt password. See, what is the password? This is the password for my system. This is the password my system. So I have a tool, I have an IP, I have a username, I have the password. So I am in a position to connect without spending any operating system download, without any license, without any system. Now I'm able to connect. See? Username, administrator, connect, administrator, password, administrator. So simple. So simple. I'm able to connect, establish communication with my system without spending any much time. Within 2 minutes, I can deploy 2022 operating system. Okay. So to explain, I spent this much of time, but we can deploy same system within 2 minutes. Let me do the same configuration. One more system I'm going to deploy. How do I deploy? I'm going to use whenever I'm going to start, click on services. Don't use the shortcuts. Don't use the easiest path. If you choose easiest path, you are never come across where that particular service is residing. Okay, so whenever you are choosing any service, I'm going to choose click services, compute, under compute EC2. Again, no problem, come back again. Then where can I launch instance? I'm going to deploy second server. How quickly I'm going to deploy? Same instance, I'm going to deploy launch instance. I'm going to mention web server 2, mention the selecting Windows. Instant free tier is available. Now I'm going to select 2019 base. And free tier instant, my free tier is eligible and free pair. Here, no need to create separate key pair. I already have a create pair. I can attach existing key pair to generate. Or else I can create a new key pair, no issues. To access this system, am I using existing private key or creating a new key? If I am going to create a new key, I have to use, to get the password, I have to use the same key pair. Okay. Let me create a key pair and so that you are in a position to understand. Windows 2 I am clicking, selecting from create a key pair. And then networking. Under networking, by default, it is going to allow. Here, what you need to understand, networking, we are going to discuss about networking. What is the default? It is going to allow default RDP traffic from anywhere. 0.0.0 is nothing but any network, any place, it can allow you inside access the network. Okay, that's it. Selected. I'm going to click launch instance. Within 1 minute, how easily I'm deploying. Now 2019 deployed. Let's see the state. I'm going to go back again. Services, compute, EC2. You never forget. If you do thrice and four times, you never forget. Directly your mouse click on respective target only. It is not going to search where it has to go. Okay. So instances. I'm going to click on instances and see that I'm going to deploy web server 2. It is still initializing phase. Once initialization phase is done, I'm going to get the password details. Okay. Let's see that. I'm going to refresh. Deployment, initialization deployment, just within 1 minute, I can deploy a server. And it is going to deploy in respect to data center, respect to availability zone. Maybe within 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it is going to take to complete the deployment. So without having any OS, without having purchasing any hardware, I am able to deploy, I am able to connect to system. See here how easily we can. I can open browser. Important thing to everyone's understanding, cautious. This particular server is available on public. That means internet is available. As internet is available, don't feel that I can access everything. If you download anything, it is not a comes under free tab. This installation, you can use this system, Windows system, to configure what is that Active Directory. You can deploy DHCP configuration. You can configure web server. You can configure a file server. Whatever the server functionality you are going to do, everything you are going to do. But internet, as it is internet, is going to use. It is open to everyone. No need to issue. No need to have any restrictions. But if you download anything, not even 1 KB file download also, 1 KB browser also, that is going to be charged. So don't use and don't download on internet. You can use for starting practicing of services, how to configure a service. You don't know about Active Directory installation. Use Active Directory configuration. No need to depend upon live environment. You create your own domain controller. You create your own DHCP server. Test it how it is going to work. Okay. This is the way you are in a position to deploy your environment on this particular cloud portal. Okay. So don't use internet And don't download any functionality. Just use the services which are not depend upon internet. Which are not depend upon internet. You can use, you can configure anything. You can delete files, you can create a new disk, and you can do all the actions. You can, if you don't know about Windows operating system, you can do practice. Who is going to stop you? You don't know Linux, and we are going to deploy Linux system now. You can practice Linux administration. Okay. See, this is the server 2022. Now we already deployed one more system, second server within a minute. I'm going to differentiate between the key pairs. The server is ready. 2x2 text pass. Now I'm going to select, click on this. I'm going to select, click on connect to get the password. I need to have the password right to connect. So I'm going to select RDP client. See here, get password. Now I'm uploading purposefully a wrong file. What is the file I have to attach for this particular Windows Server 2? I have to select this file, right? If I select this file, it is going to throw an error because it is not going to match decrypt the password. It is going to showcase. It is the password I'm not going to, it is not going to decrypt. I have to attach the right password, then only it is going to allow to decrypt the password. So that's the reason either what key pair you are attaching, that key pair only you have to attach. Okay, that is important. Other than that, if you are not going to use the right key pair, I'm not going to get the password. See here, password is there. I'm going to use the password, the same. What is IP address? IP address, I'm going to go back, instances, select the server and public IP. I'm going to copy public IP. I'm going to use the remote desktop client and use the IP address, connect, and know the password, username, administrator, and password is, this is the password. So how easily we can deploy? We already deployed two systems. One is 2022 server, one is 2019 server. Is it easy or is it a difficult? Do you need any expertise to connect the system? Without having any knowledge also, you can deploy. Hope you understand why I'm using EC2. Someone asked yesterday, what service we need to select? How do we know which service I need to select to start? As soon as I log into the customer bill, Amazon Management Console, what is the purpose of starting with the EC2? There are plenty of services are there. There are plenty of services are there. Out of all the services, why I should choose only starting with compute under EC2? Can anyone tell me why I choose EC2 starting service?
Or to build a machine, or probably to set up OS.
Why I need to set up OS?
To probably work further.
Requirement is to create a document.
Yes, what is the requirement? User need to access some application. That application to be configured, where we are going to configure that application pre-requirements, it requires an operating system as a base. Once operating system is available only, I can install application. Once application is configured, then only that respective user can access that application, right? So for every application, whatever the application you are going to talk about, okay, every application requires a system. Without system, there is no application, right? So you are going to develop a code. You are going to working on Java code or C++ language code or any third-party application, any tool we are going to use. Where you are going to use? You have to have an operating system. For operating system to have, you should have a system. That's the reason I'm choosing EC2 as a service, starting with EC2. Under EC2, step by step, we are going to deploy different configurations, how to achieve different configuration. For every application, a system is required. That's the reason we started with EC2 as a quick start. Now, as I started EC2, before starting EC2, we need to understand what is the region. Under region, what is the availability zone, where the system is going to deploy, which location. Currently, the system which I deployed, two systems which are available under Mumbai region. Under Mumbai region, it is using availability zone of AP South 1 availability zone. The availability zone is nothing but there is a data center. Data center is nothing but a building. Under building, in that building, there is a server infrastructure, IT infrastructure, physical systems, virtualization components, everything will be there. Out of all those, I'm using a small portion to do my practice. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
Yeah,
I have
I
one
just created
question.
mine.
Yes, please. One by one, please go ahead.
I said
Yes,
I just
Sir, one
created.
doubt is that
I just created mine. I wish to download the application on the cloud.
Kelly, just understand, I'm repeating again. So
Stop.
if you to install any application, you have to download that application. If that application download maybe 1 GB, 500 MB or 2 GB, whatever the size you are going to download, that is going to be a chargeable. It is not a free. Okay. Please everyone to understand. For example, we deployed two servers. There are two servers now. In these two servers, I have a provision. Some services I can configure. Some services I can configure. Server manager is a component. Under server manager, I can add configure Active Directory. For example, take an example. Active Directory is an inbuilt feature to practice on Active Directory, group policies, and all those things I can practice. To practice Active Directory and group policies, I need to have an Active Directory installed. To install Active Directory, do I need to download anything? Not required. We are going to configure simple web servers in Windows as well as Linux server with a simple configuration that requires maybe 10 MB files download. That is not going to impact your billing. Okay. So please make sure whatever the application you are going to configure, that application you can configure with available commands. If you download any major component, that is not a free. Okay, please note that. Okay. Kelly, is it clear?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sir, one doubt is there. Suppose we have deployed one EC2 instance in Mumbai, another one in Virginia. There is any cost impact? The same cost will implement.
Cost, there is no cost as we are using a free tier service, and while deploying instance, we are selecting. Okay, while deploying instance, we are selecting Mumbai. Here, two instances. Okay, for example, I'm changing North Virginia. Where is North Virginia? Here, the North Virginia. Currently, North Virginia, there is no instances available here. No instances. On the eSheet dashboard, everything is 000. Yeah. For example, I can deploy instance. If I deploy instance, what is a charge basis? Hourly basis. In Mumbai, I already deployed two instances. If I use for 2 hours, what is my utilization? Two systems, each 1 hour means I'm going to consume 2 hours. If I deploy North Virginia, two more systems, I can deploy. My utilization for the same 1 hour, my utilization will be 4 hours. Okay, clear? You can deploy and make sure you are not crossing your free tier limitation, that is monthly 750 hours. Okay.
I have one doubt, like if the existing instance is there, I can move. Can I move existing instance to another location, another region?
No, that is not possible. We are going to discuss about more on the upcoming sessions.
Okay.
Okay. Currently, answer is No, we cannot move that instances from one location to another location. It
Okay.
is just a basic understanding.
Okay.
What is that availability zone? For example, North Virginia is the region, geographical location. You are deploying an instance there. Okay. And Mumbai also you are deploying an instance. Where is that Mumbai? It is in India. Where is North Virginia? It is in US. What is the movement of location requirement? You need to copy that entire data from Mumbai to US region. So you can do migration, but it is a chargeable basis will be there.
Okay.
Okay.
I think one more doubt actually. If we create, I mean, if you do any customization on the existing instances, like you just give an example, by default Active Directory will be there that we can create. If you want to do any third-party soft packages, so how we can do that? I mean, how we can do that? I mean, in the existing servers, if you want to do customize on the,
This is a base OS. How did I connect?
I mean, through RDP we have connected.
Through RTP. What is the IP? We use a public IP.
Yes.
Now,
Yeah.
now for example, I'm just giving a layman understanding. I configured the web server on this particular Windows box.
Okay.
Or do I need to access web server to, or do I need to connect to the RDP to access web server? Website. I would like to configure web server on this server. Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to access RDP and then web server? How
No,
did
no,
I
no.
access web server?
Directly we can access web server.
Yes. So I'm opening browser wherein I'm going to mention the same public IP. If a web server is configured on my server, I can access from outside. To
Okay.
configure the web server, what are the requirements? Do I need to install any third-party application? Yes, you need to do that. Okay. Why
Okay.
we are creating this system? To install application only. Why we are installing application? That is the customer requirement. Okay.
Okay.
But to fulfill the user and our customer requirement only, we are deploying this server and then configuring the respective application. Once application is configured, the same public IP we are giving to the customer to access that respective application. Yeah.
The way which we are doing in our laptop, like that same thing, right? I mean, laptop we go Google and we can install the some this thing. I mean, any packages or softwares like that. Here
Yes,
also we can do this thing.
we are going to install web server on Linux and Windows.
Okay.
And there we are going to understand. Currently, we just deployed a base system. How do we access a base system? That's the only topic today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Thank you.
One doubt is there. Suppose if you update the Windows security, then it will chargeable or free?
Security. What security?
Windows update. Suppose we have updated that Windows. We have installed that server, Windows server.
Okay.
Some service we have to update Windows. So that
Whatever the
will be
images are
chargeable or
available.
free?
Yeah, it's a very good question. See, whatever the instances, whatever the AMIs are available, how we are deploying this. As soon as we select launch instance, you are selecting an AMI. AMI is nothing but Amazon Machine Image. AMI is Amazon Machine. Amazon Machine is nothing but a template. Whatever the operating system you are going to select, Amazon Linux, Mac OS, for example, Windows, you have a multiple versions, 2022, 2019. Whatever the operating system you are going to select, today, according to today, whatever the update supposed to be there on that respective OS, everything will be there. No need to download any latest patches. If you are going to do after 1 month, you are using the same system, then you have to do patching. During that time, you need to download. If you download any component by using internet of cloud, it may be Windows or whatever it may be, that is going to be chargeable. Okay.
Hello, sir. Once the instances are up, so we have to we can shut down the instances, right?
Why?
Like if we are finishing our work and we can shut down or we can restart the instances.
Okay, good question. I am going to come to that point at the end of the session. Now, As soon as our practice is done, it is very much important. It is going to applicable to save our effective free tire utilization. For example, at the end of the practice, whatever these actions we are going to mention for each and every day, every session, I can say, we are going to deploy multiple functionalities. What are the functionalities we deployed? We deployed as part of today's session, we deployed two systems, EC2. Under EC2, how many? Two instances deployed. Two instances. What is the next session for us? Next session is on next Saturday. How many days gap is going to be? Nearly 7 days. 7 days. What is the instance billing cycle? For hourly basis. If I leave these two instances without doing any action, these two instances hourly it is going to count. That means 2 into 24, 48 hours per day. Like that into 7 days. 48 into 7, those many hours are going to consume out of my free time of 750 hours. So whenever you are going to done practice, so we deploy two instances. What I am going to do is I'm going to straight away, I'm going to click on services. There is a process. Whenever you are done, we have to make sure that instances, whatever the instances are there, we need to make sure. See here, it instances are 0. You may think that, okay, nothing is there. But where did I deploy my instances? If you are not going to note down what region it is connected, what service we selected, if you are not going to note down, you are not end up with the paying penalties. Okay, so that's the reason whenever you are testing, this is going to help you to create a technical documentation as well. Initially, 2 times, 3 times, you have to prepare a document to understand the concept very easily. If you are not going to prepare a document, it is very difficult to understand. Okay, no need to do by heart. Just prepare whatever the step you followed, write down the statement. Just like Mumbai connected and under Mumbai EC2. How did I achieve EC2? You have to mention click on services. This kind of documentation, if you prepare, click on services and then choose EC2, click on instances, launch instance. If you are mentioning this kind of document, you will never forget. Okay, so this kind of document everyone has to prepare while doing a practice. Once practice is done, before log off, before closing the practice, it is very much important. You have to select that instances, go to instances, choose that Mumbai region. I'm going to change Mumbai, wherein I deployed services. There two instances are there. I'm going to select both instances. There is an option. The documentation clearly mentions that what action to be performed at the end of the session. See here, end of the session. Click on services, click on choose compute, choose EC2, click on instances running, select instances, click on instance state. See here, select instances, selected. Click on instance state. See here, there is an instance state. Under instance state, we have to select terminate. We have to select terminate. Why I need to terminate? If I am not going to terminate, what is the difference between the stop and terminate? Stop means it is not going to run, that is fine. But you are without knowing anything, we are going to use the storage. It is not just EC2 means running. Any of the component, EC2 instance means CPU, memory, storage. Okay, you stop the instance. That means CPU, memory utilization not going to use. That is fine. But it is going to use the storage, right? Your 30 GB of the storage will be there on storage service. That 30 GB is going to equivalent to the same number of hours. So that's the reason we have to terminate. We can deploy. We can deploy again. Okay. In production environment, we are not going to do these activities. We are going to manage in different manner. While doing the project, we are going to understand if you deploy a Active Directory service and a DSCP server, whatever the application integration you are going to do, you can create your live environment with the help of free tier limitation. Okay. Even if you keep the server, you are not going to use one server. You are not going to plus 750 hours of limitation. Termination is done. Once termination is done, again go to dashboard, click on services, compute, EC2, dashboard, make sure that running state of instance is going to 0. It is instance, it is showing still 2. It doesn't matter. Once you click on this instance 2, it is going to state that termination. That termination is there means no need to worry about that anything. Okay, clear? So,
Hello, sir. After terminating the instances, so tomorrow we can use the same instances for logging in.
no, you cannot terminate in the sense that data will be deleted from the storage. You cannot create. If you want to use, again, you need to create instance. Instance creation is just a matter of 2 minutes, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
Why to
Okay.
keep existing? You are going to get a more practice.
Okay,
What
sir.
to select, what not to select. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Srinivas, hello.
Yes, please.
Why not stop? Why terminate? Like we are not using that instances. We are physically we are trying to stop it. Why to delete the instance?
Okay, good question. That's what I'm telling. See here, EC2 dashboard, you can see that if you stop, that is not going to use a CPU and compute resource. But what about volume? Volume, that 30 GB storage, it is going to use the cloud space. That 30 GB, if you stop the instance, that is 30 GB utilization will be there. That means some portion of occupation will be there. That 30 GB is going to count hourly basis. That 30 GB is related to that instance only. You might be stopped, but that 30 GB is bought off that particular instance. Out of system, any one component is there that is going to count that hours. Okay.
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So that's the reason we have to terminate. We are going to do every session. We are going to deploy and we are going to terminate. Clean up. If you are not going to clean up, it is going to end up your free tier utilization. It is going to utilize at most without doing any practice, without doing any action. You are going to consume your free tier, exhaust your free tier limitations. Okay. So we have to delete all those. Whatever the things we created during the deployment, instances stop. Automatically, volumes are going to terminate. Key pair and security groups, we have to delete. Key pairs, there are 2 key pairs generated. Just select that key pairs and click on delete. That's it. And once it is deleted, where it is stored? It is stored on my download folder. Once it is deleted from here, go to download folder and then delete that 2 key pairs. Okay, down the key pairs done. Next, what is next? EC2 dashboard, security groups. Earlier security groups is only 1. Now it has a 3. Now leave the default one. We need to select remaining 2 and then actions, click on actions and delete security group. Type delete to confirm to delete. So the cleaning process is done. Whatever the instances we deployed. Okay. While deploying any instance, please note down what reason, what service you are using, what are the steps we completed. End of the process also, we have to document in this way. Delete security group, delete key pair and all those things. Yes, please. This is today's session. If you are happy with this session to continue for the next session, that is Saturday onwards, please go and complete the payment on this portal, that is Logic Labs Technologies, wherein you have to click on upcoming batches, wherein you will find batch number 298 and click on buy now. If you are not going to complete the payment for the next session, you will not get a Zoom link, separate Zoom link, and you are not in a position to continue the sessions. Yep. So if you hope you are happy with this training module, to enhance your skills, I recommend you to continue the sessions. Okay. That's all for today. If you have any questions, happy to ask. Otherwise, you can exit the sessions. Yeah.
Hello,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Any
Thank you.
Hello.
questions? Ask.
I
Hello.
have a question.
I have a question.
Yes, please. One by one. I'm there. I will be there. Yeah.
Okay, I have registered the course. So when I will be getting access of LMS Graphy. So
As soon as you registered, by tomorrow, they are going to provide LMS Graphy, separate Zoom link you are going to get. And at the same time, as soon as you log in, you are going to click on the directions. How do we access LMS Graphy portal? Okay. You
okay,
are
sir.
going to get details. No issues. No need
So
to worry.
this video and the document will be uploaded in
LMS Graphy.
next day, right?
Yeah, next day. The Monday it will be uploaded.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, please, next.
I have a doubt.
Yes.
Yeah. While you create the instant and talk about the public-private IP, so the public IP is for IP version 4. Do we in cloud do we have IP version 6 available?
Okay, very good question. Yes, we are going to talk about IP version 4 or IP version 6 details in VPC concept. We are going to talk about only currently IPv version 4 only. Yeah.
Okay. And one more thing, like basically, I am network security background, okay, experience, right? So
Okay.
cloud, since cloud is open for the all the domain like storage, Wintel, Linux, everybody, database, correct? So network means like VPC, which are the things we need to focus because it's difficult to all the things. Because, see, EC2 instant and all mostly like the Wintel scope, correct? Creating the EC2.
No, not like that. Here, the thing is that cloud is nothing but a specific. So as you are networking background, you are not only assigned to manage a VPC in a cloud. Any organization who is going to look at AWS solution architect associate administrator means they need to manage not only network VPC, they should be in a position to understand the applications, what are the applications they are going to publish, what are the issues to access that application. It may be Windows instance, it may be Linux instance, it may be VPC issue, it may be storage issue. They need to understand. That's the reason we are understanding all this post content. It is this AWS solution architect is not specifically only one administration area. Okay, as I am a background of Windows administration, but I am able to do it technical VPC also. I am able to configure routing. Generally, in a network administrator, if any routing principle to be configured, you should have a networking expertise skills to configure, to log into that switch or to log into the router, to log into the firewall device. But here, we are not going to manage any devices. With a simple interface, I'm able to configure, I can achieve router without having network knowledge, without having security principles. Okay, that is a funda here. It is not restricted to only Windows admin, not network admin, not like that. Yeah.
Okay, so you mean to say like the VPC, the inside the AWS premises, so even though it is talking about the cloud actually, but still there is a physical infrastructure, correct? Backend.
Yes. Without physical infrastructure, there is no
Yeah.
virtualization. Without virtualization, there is no cloud.
So in that case, what is the switching routing devices they are using actually on the AWS side? Is it
Okay, very
core
good
devices?
question. So the cloud front model, whatever the options we are going to able to see, only that options visible for us. what is the underlying infrastructure, what is the physical devices they are using, what vendor they are using. That is not
For
visible
example,
for us.
there is concept called elastic load balancing in AWS, correct? See, in load
Yes,
balancer means we have, if we are talking about the on-prem, what I am working at, we have FI load balancer, Radware, we will talk.
yes, yes,
So
yes,
something
yes.
like, is that the setup is then the cloud, the
We
same?
are going to software defined data center. We are under cloud. For a front end application, we are using that available application and all those things. That's it. We are not aware what is the underlying infrastructure, what is FI, what is that the network devices they are using, how they are providing. Everything it is going to be virtualized. And through the virtualization only we are using this cloud front-end applications. Okay, this cloud we are not aware underlying infrastructure. There won't be any visibility what devices and hardware models, what kind of virtualization they are using. No visibility.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So you mean to say like after the solution architect, I need to, if I want to more into the networking, we have the different course for the AWS advanced networking, is it?
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
First and complete. Let's complete this course, and then you are able to understand what is all about. Okay. It is not only specificalization. It is overall. Okay.
Oh, okay. Because why I am saying means, see, since I am the network security background, wherever I go, if I get the opportunity, like, see, I am working on the network side also. Apart from the some of the like the cloud portion, like the VPC, direct connect, the VPC voice. So those kind of the IPsec tunnel forming. So the like the limited kind of scope only we are performing, like so that is the reason I'm asking like what we need to focus when it comes to the roles and responsibility of the network security
Yes. If
engineer.
you talk about
That is very
mid-size
clear.
organization, if you talk about mid-size organization, they are not in a position to deploy network administrator, Windows administrator, Linux administrator. They are going to deploy only one solution architect associate. He is the person or she is the person going to manage their mid-size environment. They should now have a knowledge about managing all EC2, VPC, and all the storage, all the services which are available, which we are going to learn about. Okay. Only one engineer, two engineers can manage entire cloud portfolio.
Okay.
Only enterprise organization, wherein only specific network administrator, they need to maintain only VPC. Only specific administrator only manages EC2, under EC2, they manages only Windows servers. That is going to be possible in large enterprises. Okay.
So do we have a batch for the AWS advanced networking?
Yes, that course is not available with us, but you can explore as a networking background. First, you need to complete this course so that you are in a position to expertise on the specialization of the course. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Anyone else? Any questions, please? Yes, Rachel, you raise a hand. You can unmute.
Oh, sorry. The first person asked the same question that I had, so I'm good. I just wanted to find out about the resources, where to get all of this when we register, and when can we get it? When and where can we get the recording so that we can do what you've just done today?
Yeah, by Monday or Tuesday, once you complete the payment, they are going to send a separate Zoom link, and then they are going to provide a notification how to access LMS Graphy and how to access the files. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions, please? If no questions, we are good to close this call for today. See you on next session and next Saturday. Thank you all. Thanks for all your participation. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.